Hello students, welcome to B.R. Ambedkar Open University. We will be today discussing about acquisitions and serials control. First we will see about basic functions of acquisition system. What are the basic function? Acquisition means what? Just acquiring, getting books. Library automation, in addition to regular bibliographic data entry, requires handling acquisition process such as receiving recommendations, getting approvals, orders placing, receipts of material, invoices, payments and accounts, etc. In automated acquisition system, some of the functionalities, control, overrides, etc. are required to manage the system without errors. They are access permission control. Here we will be talking about controls at the record level and at the field level. Some of the data entry operators will not have the power to delete, modify or remove the records or do anything, edit the record and all. But whereas the supervisory staff, senior staff, they will have the right to remove, edit the record, modify the record, delete the. Accordingly, the permissions are given to them. The users only need to view the records. Some of the fields will be filtered for users to see, because users will be confused if they see all the fields. So, whatever is relevant to them, they will be able to see. So, that is only we will prevent some of the fields to be displayed for the users or unwanted information to the users searching the online public access catalog. In a network environment, the underlying database management, that is RDBMS, will be able to manage the data. Administrator, it will manage the database, and administrator will have the control over functions and recover the data in the case of any failure or event of loss. Help and error messages. It is highly essential to ensure that the system is tolerant of errors. So, like if we are human beings, we make mistakes, but systems should prompt us, like if we enter a wrong number, it should say that already the order number exists, or if we have processed all the fields properly and we have processed the order, message will appear as order processed successfully. If the order number is a duplicate one, already supplied one, then message will appear as order number already exists. So, this helps the staff member and guides the staff member to give a different order number and correct themselves. So, it is also not only helping you to do the work soon, but it also helps you to correct your mistakes. This is an important feature. Data entry and update. Data entry is online and interactive and user friendly. The data entry should be user friendly and in formatted screens. So, one after other, author, title, like that, which enables the operator to enter data sequentially one after the other. For example, author followed by title, subtitle, the records enter and its associates indexes will be updated immediately, providing up-to-date information to the staff and the user clients. For example, discount entered should reflect in the fund account immediately. When ISBN is entered, that is International Standard Book Number is entered, it gets validated. Most of the integrated automation system helps to share the data between the files. Data from one or more files should be possible to be imported into acquisition record. For example, we need a second copy of book and is already in the library, then the details, bibliographic details will be there. From the online catalog, we can import it into the acquisition module for ordering without the additional data entry. So, the system is helping you to minimize the data entry. Data entry should be as far as possible less or eliminated for the logically linked files. So, avoid any mistakes, it is necessary to provide a pop-up list of vendors. When you create a vendor directory, that first time when you are entering all the vendors, the vendor directory will be created alphabetically, and while you want to enter the vendor's name, it will give you a pop-up list where you can choose the vendor. This avoids errors and promotes uniformity and consistency. Search and display facility. The user should be able to search with keywords, with control numbers, as control number means that is given by the system only, as well as using phrases or words. If there is a title automation and digitization, it will say only automation and not only automation, not digitization. So, it will retrieve only records based on automation, books on automation, not digitization. If you want digitization and automation, it will display both the records, it will display all the titles having both the phrases like automation and digitization. And if you want, this all will be given alphabetically to yours. Boolean operators, these are called Boolean operators, and or not. You can use and, automation and digitization. Automation, not digitization, means only automation books will be displayed. So, this sort of facility should be there in the system. Search system should support the relational operator. Relation operator means greater than, lesser than, equal to. This also should be possible. Before 1970 books, or after 2024 books, like that if you give, it will display all that to you. The system understands the language of relational operators. The search of a title should retrieve all the records of that title, keeping the vendor on the top of the list, and the order number, or alphabetically it sort out. If you want you want to know what are the titles placed on this particular vendor, you know the vendors, you can type the vendor code, and it will automatically retrieve all the records that is placed with him, and with the control number. Control number is order number or whatever number the system gives on the top of the order number, and we will be giving the order number, or system can also give, and we can choose both, and the code of the vendor will be displayed. Reports, the system should support a report generator online or offline. Some of the reports are generated by default. While we do some operations, like we enter the titles and we prepare an order list, then automatically list of order will be orders placed will be print out, you can take. List of recommendations can be done. Then items received, what are the items received, what are the books received today, and invoices processed today. Claims made, whatever claims we are making, some books have not come, so we are giving a claim letter to the vendor, that can be generated. Cancellations can be made, orders made on orders. Invoice fund can get created, modified, done by the staff member as per the fund code, vendor, subject, or pattern. Pattern is a user. Financial reports such as accounts payable, whatever we need to pay to the vendor, whatever we need to get from the vendor, that is refunds. Cost projections, fund status, fund transfer. From one fund to the another fund we can transfer if there is balance in this fund. Invoices, whatever invoices are paid. Foreign exchange reports, vendor performance. We want to know how many books are supplied by the vendor. We have placed some orders, few orders with him. How many he has executed, we can know the performance of the vendor by his list of books supplied by him. With that we can know how he performs. So, the status of the report can be on demand. For this we need to have a flexible report generator which can instruct the machine to design the report as required. The vendor customizes the report as per the requirement of the institution under a different platform, that is reports on demand. So, the software vendor, he will customize that for us. We should ask him, these are the things, these are the reports we need. Then he will customize it for us. Acquisition system. So, it can get recommendations from the OPAC, and it can download from the external databases like CD-ROM, that is from internet access it should have, and have the facility to import the data from the external databases. From cataloging system, it can draw the cataloging data for additional copies to be procured, and circulation, you can take from circulation if so many books are issued on a particular subject, and the particular title and particular author, those books are issued many times, means we know that they are so much in demand and we need to procure so many copies. So, seeing the transaction log also, we can order the books. So, these things are possible because all are integrated, all the sections, all the modules they can share the data across all the modules and among the institutions also, because we have internet, we can borrow from them, or we can import the data from them, or we can export the data. Whatever it is very flexible. So, user membership files are nothing but users ID and users membership we will be retrieving their records. So, to know whether they have recommended faculty members whether they have recommended for any new books or that, we can take it from we can get the membership record. Similarly, circulation section can retrieve the cataloging record for the books to issue the books. Then currency exchange rate is about currency. GOC, Good Offices Committee, it should be based, currency exchange rate the currency record number, exchange rate, source of information, Government of India, GOC, Good Offices Committee, staff member who has created who has modified it, all this system, the date when you enter it, system will supply that date. The date you modify, system will supply. Who has created that record, who has modified it, everything system will show. So, you know who has done that record. So, these sort of real time updates we will be getting. The number of copies available in on a specific subject or on a specific specific subject or specific syllabus or anything depending upon the syllabus. Acquisition catalog data, they share the data. So, when we purchase a book, we enter only author and title. When it goes to the cataloging data, really when the book is received by us, real book is on hand and we see the book and enter the data. So, authority files are nothing but, for a vendor, we create an authority file. We give the address of the vendor, the title, contact number, subject he is representing, everything we give. So, that is an authority. The authority files, it automatically gets formed and it becomes validated the moment we enter the vendor. So, now we have seen about in acquisition section what are the prerequisites and what are the files we can share. These are the things, and how it can reduce the re-entering of data and minimize the data entry process. Once the title is entered, it remains in the central database. It can be called for ordering many copies, or till it will not go away, and once if you enter the data, you need not enter it again. Repeated tasks it will not give you. Redundancy will not occur. These things are the prerequisites of acquisition section. These are very important for a successful automation of acquisition module. Thank you so much.